okay. Off your mic, it's okay. She off your mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, my ego don't come, oh, my people make we shout, oh, my ego don't come, oh, my ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, my ego don't come, oh, my ego diary politico, my ego don't come, oh, this one not the off in mind, my ego don't come, oh, and in the touchlight every corner, my ego don't come, oh, okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh down. My ego don't come. Oh my people make we shout. Oh my ego don't come. Oh my ego don't come, man of the masses. My ego don't come. Oh my ego diary politico. My ego don't come. Oh this one not they off in mind. My ego don't come. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He do they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh my egun don't come. Oh my people make you shout. Oh my egun don't come. Man of the masses. My ego don't come. My ego diary politico. My ego don't come. My ego now I'm on la moto do. My ego diary.
Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live. Share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun is live again. And before we get deeper into our conversation tonight, right, we will use this moment to also join our Biafran brothers all over the world, home and abroad, in their, on their 55th anniversary of the declaration of the Republic of Biafra, May 30, 1967, the history that happened 55 years ago that saw to the death of over 5 million Igbos and more than 2 million other Nigerians in this needless genocide. So 55 years down the line, the Biafrans are still asking, let us go. The reason why they are kept as part of Nigeria for 55 years is still pretty much not clear, because it has been, it has been the loss of the indigenous people who have been forcefully kept as part of Nigeria since that day. Share this broadcast.
Esunraki. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú Esunraki.
So, like I said, we will start with solidarity, in solidarity with our Biafran brothers. So as a Biafran, you can put your hands on your chest and just follow this.
All hail Biafra, land of the rising sun. We love and cherish. We have vanquished our enemies. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. In Him we trust. Shout it, sing it. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes. Our prayer shall be known, hope day and night. Say them always. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. No star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, shining forever.
All hail Biafra. And that's exactly what the sons and daughters of Biafra all over the world pledged to, in remembrance of their patriots, their heroes and heroines, those who were taken away for their fight for freedom. They shall never be forgotten. That is the slogan of a patriotic Biafran. You will be jealous of them, trust me. They were in London today. Prince Jejeman, in his always unusual patriotism, he was on ground when Biafran did their remembrance, 55th remembrance of the people who lost their lives in the fight for the freedom of Biafra. Prince, show us the march. Quick one.
United States
You will love that, won't you? Well, they did more in a very much colorful way as well. Today in London, where they took over the Nigerian embassy in London as a spot, including 10 Downing Street in London as a spot to show the world that they would never forget. 55 years after they planned or they fought to leave Nigeria, they were able to hold back for 3 years with over 5 million of them killed. Now, 52 years after Nigeria forced them to stay, Nigeria is still pretty much afraid to make them the president of Nigeria. Sad, isn't it? It simply means that keeping the Igbos as part of Nigeria was just for convenience. It is never for progress or any unity, as they proclaim. The Biafrans said they will never forget.
Yes, so Biafra must be free. Biafra freedom is non-negotiable.
Boris Freeman Boris Freeman Boris Freeman Boris Freeman Boris Freeman Boris Freeman
Free him now. Free him now.
Boris Freeman
Free him now.
Boris Freeman Boris release Nandekano. Boris release Nandekano. Boris release Nandekano. Boris release Nandekano.
Release him now.
Boris free Nandekano.
Release him now.
Boris free Nandekano.
Release him now.
Free Nandekano.
Release him now.
Free Nandekano.
Yes, Biafra freedom is non-negotiable. The Fulani have destroyed Nigeria with terrorism. That's the reason why.
Boris free Nandekano.
Because
Boris free Nandekano. Boris free Nandekano. Boris free Nandekano.
is the only option now.
Boris free Nandekano.
We cannot coexist
Boris
with the
free
terrorists.
Nandekano. Number 10 free Nandekano.
Biafra
Number
don't
10 free
want the
Nandekano.
presidency of Nigeria.
Number 10 free
We
Nandekano.
don't want the presidency of Nigeria. All we need is Biafra.
Number 10 free
The
Nandekano.
Fulanis are destroyed Nigeria with terrorism. And for this reason, there is no going back. No going back, no negotiation on our referendum. We want to be free from the bondage of Nigeria. The bondage of Nigeria.
Boris free
We got
Nandekano.
to be free from it.
Boris free Nandekano.
Nigeria,
Boris free Nandekano.
concentration camp.
Boris free
No
Nandekano.
human being
Number 10 free Nandekano.
that will love to be a Nigeria.
Number 10 free Nandekano.
Nigeria is a terrorist state.
Number 10
Confirmed.
free Nandekano.
Because
Boris free
they are
Nandekano.
recruiting the terrorists
Boris free
into the
Nandekano.
army, into the police.
Boris free
The
Nandekano.
security apparatus of Nigeria is completely compromised.
Nigeria ya mutu ya kare Sanji masama tofi To madala Nandekano Biafra is going home Ayala Bago Oduduwa is going home Odabo Chancha we de do cra cra We are going home No going back Bye 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 Chancha we are going home Ohama dike long time ago yeah One Nigeria they fool me child I don't wake up my mumu don't do Oduduwa is going home Niger unity Oduduwa is my home. For real. Janja we na macha macha. We are going home. We are going home. Biafra is going home. Ayalabago. Oduduwa is going home. Odabo. Janja we dey do gra gra. We are going home. No going back. Bye bye bye. Janja we are going home. Ohamadike dike. In the morning na ruga ruga. In the evening na waterways. Grazing route is a terrorist agenda. We are going home. Buhari grazing route of the killers. We are going home. Janja we. Biafra is going home. Ayalabago. Oduduwa is going home. Odabo yeah. Janja we dey do gra gra. We are going home. No going back. Bye bye bye. Janja we are going home. Ohamadike dike. I remember the prophecy of Prophet Nnamdi Kanu. It shall come to pass when Somalia and disaster shall be seen as a paradise, compared to the calamity coming upon Nigeria. I pledge to Nigeria with all my nyash that I go kill you. Shegedan Iska, Onyara Oloshi, Olori Buruku one Nigeria. God has spoken, Prince Jajamana messenger. Pra Urobo Kanta Skata. We are going home. Biafra is going home. Ayalabago. Oduduwa is going home. Janja we dey do gra gra. We are going home. Bye bye bye. Janja we are going home. Biafra is going home. Oduduwa is going home. Odabo yeah. Is going home.
Thank you.
Janja we.
Thank you very much. So we have decided to use that moment, the first part of this broadcast tonight, to show solidarity with our Biafran brothers all over the world. So the question you should ask yourselves today is this: 55 years after the Biafrans, the leadership of the Biafra land, the eastern Nigeria, the old eastern region, which indeed covered everywhere that is now today Niger Delta and South as Nigeria divide and rule came to effect afterward. 52 years after Nigeria said, no winner, no vanquish. Can you tell yourself that that unity that they told you they were fighting for to keep the Igbos as part of Nigeria, and today's Niger Delta and the rest of them, who happen to be Biafra, by the way, to keep them as part of Nigeria, can you say it is worth it now? Can you say those killed to keep the Biafrans as part of Nigeria 52 years after, can you say it is worth it now? Even this man that came before he eventually got attacked, though, today an Igbo man cannot independently campaign as a Nigerian and become the president of Nigeria. Among other things, though, that many of you know, a systemic sort of ethnic or tribal profiling, which is so obvious. It's not written, but it's there, right? Even this man, many of them have invested so much in that Nigeria, including your political associations. Remember this guy? He came out as a one Nigerian. When you finish watching that, we'll go to the next one. Then we'll get to Peter Obi. the new Messiah in town. If you ignore the obvious, it simply means that your emotion is actually ruling you. This man is an Igbo man. He is a Nigerian, he claimed. And he's always done everything in the interest of Nigeria. But you know what happened to him after this speech? Listen to this.
I'm not a candidate of rotation. Neither am I a candidate of rotation or zoning. I'm a candidate of justice. Maybe the Southeast or the South has not been able to present their matter very well before the rest of Nigerians. I'm sure if you tell to a Muslim, a northerner, and say to him, remember my friends from the north, and my brothers of the Muslim Ummah, that remember that the principal cardinal point upon which Islam is built is justice. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam acknowledged the fact that in Quran chapter 16 verse 90, it says, Inna Allah Yagmur Bil Adl Wa Ihi, saying, verily God commands justice and fairness. It's for this reason that I think Nigerians may not know that at this crucial point, when zones have attempted the presidency of Nigeria, and when it feels like it's a turn for the Southeast, another night will come out. He's simply saying to the Igbos, who are you? That's the feeling. Or a Southwest, our brother from the Southwest will come, I want to be a president. You should not be. He's simply saying to Igbos, who are you? We must never do that, so that children yet unborn may not feel that they're not part of this country. It's only on the basis of justice that I speak for this, to give Igbos a sense of belonging. Other than that, I qualify to run with anybody who cares to run. But where that is not possible, we can shape that. But I appeal to my party, the APC. They should allow a play level ground. And Igbos must understand that the power is not given, power is taken. You must go out and reach out to people as you speak and negotiate power, because no one will give you power. But let justice reign. When all this is done, ladies and gentlemen, as I declare to run for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, come 2022.
Iberibeism or something. Is that what it's called? Iberibeism. He has the right to run. He invested in APC. He took APGA to APC. But last, he's a one Nigerianist. The other time I said, you know what happened to him afterward, Abi? EFCC busted him, and then the story, you know what happened? Baba quickly leave Al-Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and started saying, my God, my God, my God, my God. And somebody was kind of, they felt offended that, in one of my broadcasts, I used that clip where Okorocha was begging God so that EFCC, maybe they would change their mind. They were shooting, maybe they wanted to kill him. He's a presidential candidate, aspirant in APC. He's also a senator. Then he's also a criminal. You see, if you feel offended that we call them criminals because no court in Nigeria has convicted them, you are trying to be politically correct. Okay? That's what I'm saying. That person got offended like, no court has convicted Okorocha, so I should never call him a criminal. I should never call him a thief. But you are here, when are they called Tifnumbu thief? Have you seen any court convicted Tifnumbu of any crime at all right now? But Tifnumbu himself knows that he's a criminal, and the criminal system that is shielding them, you know about that. But if you want to be politically correct, that's when you say, have they been convicted? Have they been convicted? The one where they convict Oji Uzo Kalu. Where is he today? He's back in your Senate. So you can be politically correct. And that is why you see free speech that you see is only in Nigeria that some of these rogues and criminals, thieves in Agbada and in all these things, they are called honorable, excellency, your excellency, sir, distinguished, man, this and that nonsense. So if you call them anything otherwise, they feel offended. And that offense is that because you are so right. Oh my God, you are so honest. How did you become so bold to call me a thief? Because I'm a thief. That's exactly who they are. So in this part of the world, we call it a free speech. Now them go come say, they say one Mayegun called me a thief. I need to show him that that is a defamation. That's a this. You will bring a libel. It's a small word now. You can sue Mayegun anytime, anywhere. Fake Pastor Rugas threatened to sue many people many times. But because they were honest, what they said about him is completely true. They can't sue. Nigerian politicians can't sue because they are criminals. So this Okorocha, your system said he's a criminal. So after that declaration, he said enemies were after him, then bust him, drag him out. He's been in prison since then. But luckily, he showed up today. And guess what? Baba go soon tell you now, the reason why they are persecuting him is because he's an Igbo man. Meanwhile, we have millions of Igbo men, Biafrans, who are facing persecution in Nigeria today. The likes of Okorocha said, they don't exist. There is nobody facing persecution. There is nobody facing systemic profiling. The Igbos are facing it in Nigeria. I'm not patronizing you because you be like saying all of us from the southern Nigeria right now, we don't do the same level. Now, because say all of you now don't realize them and you fight for them, nobody all of us realize them. Remember that. So I'm not patronizing you. But the systemic profiling is there and it's pretty much covering all of us in the south now. But the likes of Okorocha benefiting from the system, an Igbo man denied his identity and he picked up a Nigerian identity. But whenever Nigeria deal with them, when they deal with themselves, when they fire themselves, they will remember that they are Igbos. Then they will tell you, they are doing this to me because I'm Igbo man. Alaye, move. You dey craze. When you are doing excellency, when you are doing this and when you are flying about with your VVIP status that Nigeria gave you, did you ever tell them that as an Igbo man, you are not comfortable with the way they are treating your people, or maybe the way you are treating your people? So last, they come bring them out today. Presidential aspirant. They won't do screening now, but Okorocha de prison. 100 million naira. Gamble. Yeah. They are holding him because of the money he stole as the governor of Imo State. Guess how much is the money? Himself, his cronies, his family members, those who have been part of that scheme for 8 years that he was governor in Imo State. Yeah? They stole over 108 billion naira. 108 billion. That's Okorocha that was building free school before he came to any political power. He was building free school. He was giving people free education here and there, everywhere. Oh, just to come back and loot them dry. It's a story for another day, but if you think it's not a criminal, why am I not the one in that courtroom? Because I stole money or accused of stealing money, blah, 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 blah. But again, it is because of political vendetta, they will say. So then you have another Igbo billionaire who is also the former governor in Nigeria, Peter Obi. Peter Obi joined politics, the political system of Nigeria, in a small space of Anambra, a state out of the 36 states in Nigeria, in eastern part of Nigeria. And he made this mark, a billionaire. So before he got into power, according to him, he said he went to join PDP. This story is for you who somehow you are mixed up in between. Is it true that where you come from in Nigeria will determine where your height can be in the decision making of that country, either in politics, in economics, in commerce, in security, and every other way. As a citizen of a country, the story of Peter Obi that I'm about to share with you right now, which is also the story of the disjointed, a very obvious disjointed Nigeria, that they are patching together and they are lying to the rest of us, the rest of the world, that it is not as bad as people are trying to proclaim. Now, story of Peter Obi is going to fit into the narrative of your Nigeria is fraud, is fake, is not real. And we can continue to pretend for as long as it takes us, which I believe is not going to be too long anymore. So Peter Obi said he joined PDP, supposed national party, to aspire to become a governor. Then he attended a meeting or twice of their meetings, and he was told that he couldn't talk. For the fact that he's a newcomer, he shouldn't, he's not allowed to speak. Then he said he stopped going there. Then he found another party, APGA. He joined them. Now, when he joined them, Anambra State, where he came from, was in turmoil. Chris Uba, Andy Uba, Chris Ngige, and the rest of them, Umba Dinuju, Veggie Tiaba, and so on and so forth. The drama of Anambra PDP was all over the news. Then this new entrant, Peter Obi, who is not ready to give anybody money, decided to partner with a completely unknown political party in his own state. Now, somehow they said Peter Obi may not have told people how he got that done. They said he used the church, the Catholic and the rest, that they were the ones who actually did this campaign for him. He had no posters anywhere. And suddenly, this guy from APGA defeated all the juggernauts in Anambra. So something that should inspire a national kind of motivation, but that is not in Nigeria. Rather, it was a long story short, Peter Obi continued to live on his record. Then he went back to PDP, the same political party he tried to join way back like about 15 years ago. Or more, sorry, probably like 20 years ago. So he went back there and he was offered the position of the vice presidency. And around that time, he saw through the monetized system at the national scale that he himself felt like, except somebody say, come and be this, he will never be part of it. Now, that system paired him with Atifku, the money bag, the dollar man. So Obi, a supposed or alleged claim man, paired with a stinkingly corrupt former vice president of Nigeria, also never convicted, okay? But he's a criminal too. If you want to be politically correct, Atiku has never been convicted. They say, Atiku no fit go America. Well, I don't know about that. All of that are going to come back now, won't they? But Peter Obi was his deputy, was his vice. So that didn't work out. Then they said, if to say your Nigeria is one indeed, with everything that has happened all this time, isn't it time for
the major political players in Nigeria to say, see, we need to keep the Igbo. So if we have to keep them, we need to show them that we need to give them the sense of belonging that says they can have what others are having. They have to fight for it, like Okorocha said. I don't want anybody to zone. I don't blah 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 blah. He started speaking Arabic just to make people feel like he's a one Nigerian. All of that are the pretense to make you, trying to get liked. As a Yoruba man right now, listen to this. In the way Nigeria is structured, yeah, which is so obvious. As a Yoruba man, I don't need to impress anybody too much. If I want to contest for any national office or anything in Nigeria, if I become part of their system, I don't have to pretend to be anything. As a Yoruba man, they will see me as a very, very proud Yoruba man, even though they believe that he no get shishi, he no get shingbai, he no get any power. But a Yoruba man in this current Nigeria, will walk and be like, I feel walk anywhere and talk anytime. And that irritates others, by the way, just same way. We just don't like ourselves that much. You get that? We can pretend though. But the moment an Igbo man walk into the room, you can smell the suspicion. You can smell the disdain. You can smell it. An Igbo man wants it. Yoruba man wants it. A Fulani man, a Ijaw man. You know what I mean? So it became an issue. Then, somehow, in southern Nigeria, where Wike went completely mad on his own fellow brothers, tore them into pieces, enter them like that. They say Obi no get shishi to win any election. It's not because he has no policy, If you go to political parties, if you go to any political party congress where delegates are going to choose from the aspirant and all of them, right? Aspirant will have the opportunity, like half an hour or an hour or 2 hours. Congress like that or convention like that is for you to tell the delegates your program. After you have visited them to campaign like they all did, then you will tell them your program. And you align them with either the youth, you know what I mean? Programs that concerns the people. That is the night. People, that's what you call debate. Sometimes it's not debate, okay, but it's the night where you can tell your delegate and say, choose me. I have good program, but that's not for. In Nigeria, delegates and all of that is about how many of them have you been able to pay. All of you are hearing about paying this and that. Some of you don't believe that. Some of their delegates who went to Abuja PDP convention have been at Congress. Some of them returned back to buy car. Yeah, they are showing it on social media. Go and see. Delegates returned and they bought cars from the money they were paid. Dollars they were paid. They said Obi no get money. Oh, he don't get money. It's not by mouth. It's not by program. You need to pay people. What they didn't tell you is this, right? As from Wike camp, they said, Atiku that you realize that Atiku that won, now him actually overspent though. $35,000 per delegate. Go and ask delegates from Delta State, PDP delegates who went to Abuja. They have returned. Some of them are buying cars as I'm talking to you right now. Some of them are taking pictures of the new land they bought with the money. Yes, that's how much money they came back with. And they said that was as much as $35,000. That's in Abuja. And they needed to give that money to 773 delegates. So if you see all the 330-something people who voted for, delegates who voted for Atiku, including Tambu and the rest of them, just multiply them by $35,000. Whatever is the figure, now the answer be that. Even the money where Wike brought from River State, he reached Abuja a week. Atiku money is somehow the corruption that gave him that is more massive than money ritual. So what is the bottom line? They say Peter Obi no get such money because it cost them over 700 what do you call it? Over $9 million to even get that ticket. But guess what? The same Peter Obi say, they're saying get integrity. Now he's gone to Labour Party. In his last trip to London, he was talking to some of his guys, telling them that if only Nigerian politicians can just stay away from just shift away from monetized and business-like politics, they will have enough, right, to really spend on you. But that's not their business. Now, the same Peter Obi was with his team a moment back. I don't understand too much Igbo, but they don't interpret them for me. If you do understand what he's saying, please help us interpret in the comment section as well. A man who could pay £1 million as far back as late 90s, before even coming to Nigeria to come and join their politics, he can afford to bribe you. He can do that, but somehow they said he's not. I mean, he's not going to do that. Well, he chose not to. Watch this.
Every Sunday, yes. Never invitation, but I'm saying, it's not going to my house, recorded 1996. I said, can you give us proof? You bought this house in 1996. Yeah. September 1996. My check in full. Being full payment. They are both checked this prepayment of the client credit as agreed. They do sent full payment. 1996. This house is like I said it for £1 million pounds. It's there. So only can a man listen now before I open London. What's back in $7 million. And it's written. They are both non companies in Chile. It's there. So for all that is a business. So for me, I'm not even sure that a man is buying. I change his buying. Or them man. No, or them man. Or them man. Only one idea. For example, it's okay to make TV business. So say thing at home. Come with the company patronage. Then we can hear that. We phone and one. Not go change here. How about they have a TV on them? They're traveling also. Was that road contract?
Even always something I haven't told you. After I built that school in 2007, maybe I commission and say the videos here thereafter videos here now.
It is just a short convo, but for some reason I have my reason for showing you all of this, because I am trying to show you that some of you, one Nigerianist, who are now coming to term of what Nigeria is, I mean, Nigeria truly is. Your presentation and then, what do you call it? The upliftment of Peter Obi as an answered prayer. Then taking it, we know that to some extent, we do know that, of course, it can be different. Yeah, it's different from them. But there is something you need to know, which you, as young people, are completely ignoring or underplaying. Let me say you're underplaying that, because you do know that. You do know. Peter Obi said he won't put money in election before becoming, Now, he tried against an established system that is entrenched in monetized politics. He saw through that. And, it's like a chain of command. Once you are the president, when you pay attention and if you are very honest with yourself, it is not just you that need to bribe delegates to be president or candidate. Every single person running for every single office on your political party platform, PDP, APC, must bribe their delegates before they are made the candidates with huge amount of money that is relative to the position you are going for. So leave president for now. So for you to just see the basket case of the cesspool of corrupt individuals